Hi guys, in this lesson I'm covering how to play the D major chord. This is one of the basic open chords that's essential for beginners. It's used in so many songs, but we can actually get a song learned before you cover this chord. So if you haven't got a song covered already, I would check my website and check out how to play a song with the chords E and the A chord. So that's the first song that is on my website as part of my beginner's course. This is how to play the D major chord. So for the D major chord, we have our first finger on the second fret of the third string. And that finger needs to be right on the tips, but it can be handy to have your finger on an angle and your hand on an angle, so your finger is essentially pointing towards you or towards your strumming hand's shoulder. And that means that the middle finger will sit quite comfortably directly underneath it, but on the first string. So same fret, second fret, but on the first string, the thinnest string. And then we can extend the third finger and it can reach, hopefully quite comfortably, to the third fret of the second string, and we create this triangle shape, which is our D chord. If you try and make this chord with your fingers parallel to the frets going straight down, you may find this chord quite uncomfortable and it can be tricky. So we want to move your fingers on an angle. I'd have your thumb just creeping over the top ever so slightly of the fretboard, and then finger 1, 2, 3, and then we would strum ideally from the D string. So E, A, D, our thicker three strings are our first three chords, E, A, D, and we strum from that D string. You can pick each individual string to make sure they're ringing out, and if anyone doesn't, you know that that finger either isn't pressing down hard enough, or more likely it's just not over this side of the fret enough, it's maybe over this side, and you actually, if you're over this side of the fret, you have to press down far harder, especially on acoustic guitar, than you need to get it ringing out if you're at this side. And you've probably already got big lines in your fingers from having a go at these basic open chords. So let's try and prevent that as much as we can and be at this side of the fret, not over here, and be on this angle to make that stretch as comfortable as possible. This is how that D chord would look in a diagram, and we can see we got those two little crosses for the thickest strings, which means we don't want to strum them. Now, practically in songs, when we're trying to miss those thicker two strings, every now and again the fifth string, the A string, can ring out, and that's not bad at all. That can be entirely fine if we listen to it, strumming from string 5. That sounds fine because that note is part of an A chord, but it sounds definitely bad if we strum the thickest E with this D chord. So you don't want to do that at all. We want to ideally strum from string 4, and if string 5 rings out too, then it's A-OK. And you just want to be missing that with your pick for the time being. So that's how to play our third chord, the D major. And in the next lesson in this series, we're going to be covering how to change between the E, A and the D chord, which are the three chords that I've covered in my beginner's course. If you're not aware of that beginner's course, it's at andyguitar.co.uk, and we've got loads of songs that we can play with E, A and D. Nice and easy songs, but some great ones in there that are very entertaining to play and sound great. So make sure you check out this next lesson of how to change between the chords, and I will see you there. You can download this video and the ebook that goes with this entire course by clicking in this area here. Click over there to watch the next lesson here on YouTube. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and all those links are in the description if you are watching on mobile.